A note on Captain Fantastic, a very unusual, very special film. It's one of the independent productions without a big budget. In fact, a small one is the case. And I nearly missed it because Captain Fantastic sounds to me like comic books, Captain America, Iron Man, and I avoid those things. Maybe it's my loss, but it's not my cup of tea. By chance I saw Viggo Mortensen giving a short, not interview, but a few lines, a few words, explanations to someone on CNN or somewhere. And he was saying that we're so glad that this turned out a big film of the year, that it's a small budget film, but it was such a success at Sundance, I'm thinking, or in other places, festivals. And I said, oh, let's see about this, especially after Viggo Mortensen was nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Male or Actor performance in a drama. And it's at times exhilarating. It is very unusual. There's this father, Mortensen, who has, I forgot how many, 7 children, 8, maybe just 6. Anyway, too many of them. And not only that, but he's alone. The mother has been committed in a facility and she killed herself near the beginning of the film, so I'm not, I don't need a spoiler alert at the beginning because I'm not saying anything about what happens except for the first parts. And a general impression, so to say. And he's homeschooling them, but it's fantastic, Captain Fantastic, how good the education he can give them is. At one point, they compare. He's accused. I don't know if that's his brother, but anyway, he's accused in a regular home where they have just two sons. How do you do that to your children? And to make a point, Captain Fantastic brings a daughter who's, I don't know, 7, 6, and says, tell me the Bill of Rights. She's beginning to talk, and she talks also about multinationals, how they can influence elections. She knows everything. As opposed to these people who were schooled in a regular institution, and they know nothing, they haven't heard about it. So it looks like what Captain Fantastic has given his children is an extraordinary education of a fantastic, again, that's the word for this, the title of the film, but also for many of the things happening in it for his children. In fact, there's confirmation because the oldest son has just received letters. In fact, they take them in a village near, because they live and hunt in the woods. They live in the wild, like wild, sort of primitive people, but extraordinarily educated and in a sophisticated environment otherwise. So it's confirmed he was accepted by Harvard and all the Ivy League and the top universities in the country, this person. So proof of the wonderful training he received. And it's not just the texts and books, but he's also teaching them to hunt, to make a fire, to raise vegetables, to do all sorts of things. Alas, there's danger in this. He's also at one point taking them to climb a cliff, and one of the sons, who has a conflict with the father, at one point, drops from the ropes or something and hits against the wall, and he has a problem with a hand, a fracture. Furthermore, in another situation, one of the daughters, trying to recuperate this very son from a house, to mention the details. It's she falls from the roof, or the shingle or a tile has broken, and she was a few millimeters from dying. If they, in the fall, luckily she escaped without serious injury. But the doctor explained that if it was a millimeter further up, or the spine, she would have been killed or definitely paralyzed for life. So that's this man has this side. It's intriguing, interesting, fascinating. Wonderful teacher, father. Such a unique opportunity he gives his children to know life in the woods and see animals, kill and eat animals, and put plants and everything, a Bill of Rights and all. On the other hand, he's putting them in danger, and he realizes that, and he takes a stand. I will not say what for you to see. And it's also hilarious at times. They come up to this funeral I mentioned. The Captain Fantastic has a red, brilliant costume with fluffy shirt, and the others have flowers in their head in a sort of a hippie manner. He's accused of being a hippie. And then at one point he is on the steps of this bus, his bus, with the children. There's so many, they need a bus to travel around, and when they do, rarely travel, and he's naked. And some people come and look, and it's a penis, every man has it, and so on. It's a very unique look at the world, but fantastic. It's the 7th time I say that film.